Dame, dame.
Dame-o, Antaga,
Antoga.
I should have
Sugide,
whiskey here.
Sugide,
I have no whiskey.
Orarake,
Why?
Suruigo Sake Demo,
Ashire kosokorate.
Omitaga, Baka Mitai.
This is gonna go in. It's like
I know, I kept going
cold
because I knew you
open
were
or
recording.
something. Welcome to the Sega Lounge, where we celebrate our love for all things Sega, including the games, the music, and the community. I'm your host, KC. Join me as I talk to different guests and learn more about their projects and passion for Sega. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sega Lounge. This is episode 243. Wow. And I'm joined today by amazing and unexpected guests, perhaps. Maybe you were not expecting them, but I'm joined. Look at this. Beautiful people here. We have Kori-Maru. Hello.
Hello, konnichiwa.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you guys?
Doing great. Thank you very much for joining us for this show. Always a pleasure to chat to you about Sega.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Excellent. And then over there, or down under, right? Like this. So we have DrScottnik.
Oh, g'day guys, how you going? It's DrScottnik here. How you going, mate? Yeah, good to see you, KC. How you going?
Excellent. I have no idea what you just said. I'm kidding. And big up to DrScottnik because it's is it 7 a.m., 6 a.m.?
7 a.m. If 7 a.m. would not be impressive at all, it's 6 a.m. at the moment.
It's 6 a.m.
So if I look tired, it's because I am.
It's 4 a.m.
It's 2 a.m.
It's midnight. It's midnight.
I haven't slept for 4 days.
Exactly.
Casey, please help me. Save me. Please,
help me. Podcast is over. You got to get some sleep. Sleep is good. Sleep is really good.
Excellent. So, guys, thank you very much for joining me for this episode of the Sega Lounge. So, every month, usually, we do a show like this when we round up all the news that happen in the world of Sega, and we sometimes have a topic or two to discuss as well. And we're going to do just that. We're going to start with the news. So let's get right into it because there's no time to waste. Yes, let's do it. So let's start with the bad news first, right? Maybe bad, maybe unclear at the moment, maybe bad, but something good is coming soon. We don't know yet. But so according to Sega themselves, they're delisting some of their classics or classic series, right? The classic games, the Mega Drive classics, the Genesis classics, the Dreamcast collection on Steam as well. It's getting delisted. So on December 6th from 11:59 p.m. PST, so that's specific time, you won't be able to buy these games on Steam or the Xbox online store or the Switch store or the PlayStation store. Any of these stores or shops or whatever, they will be gone. No. And especially on Steam, that we had that Sega Mega Drive / Genesis Classics collection. There are quite a few games, not just on Steam. The physical compilation on the other platforms is basically the same as well, but on Steam you could buy them individually. So that's maybe why it's a little bit like maybe worse. I don't know, and you won't be able to get these games anymore. So thoughts on this, guys? There's conjecture that maybe Sega is getting ready to launch some sort of new platform for us to be able to play these classic games, or what say you? What do you think, Corey?
Oh man, I when I first heard the news, like I just randomly saw the news on Twitter, and I just checked the website over there. I'm just like kind of slightly disappointed, especially with like not just the Genesis games and stuff, but like the like you mentioned before, the Dreamcast collection, and the there's also like the Model 2 games like Virtua Fighter 2 and Sonic the Fighters getting delisted. And what makes those games more unique than the ones that are ported to the Yakuza games, you can actually play online with other people. So I know like people in Japan are going to be like slightly disappointed, or like I'm not. I want to say slightly, but like probably a little bit or more disappointed to see like games like Virtua Fighter 2 getting delisted. Um, Another thing too, like with the Genesis collections, there's plenty of ways to get Genesis collection and stuff. Like there's stores that still sell them, and um, they're not like too expensive. In fact, like all the games that are like being dislisted is not too expensive. They're like $5 or $10 here in the U.S. and stuff, so you can pretty much get them for cheap. Um, but another a theory I have though for some of these games,
Oh,
like if they're doing that, there might be like a collection in the works, maybe perhaps. Like we may never know, because I feel like some games in that list kind of deserve like some sort of like collection or something. Like who knows?
Yes, I'll give my opinion then.
yes. So Scott, what's your opinion? Are we
Okay,
getting a new
my
collection?
my thoughts are less optimistic than that. Um,
Nice.
I think the reasoning is for this is they're trying to streamline, especially on Steam. They're trying to streamline their collection of games that they have. Because if you go on Steam, you click on Sega, it's a lot of these Mega Drive games taking over their Steam library. So I think
Mhm.
they're trying to just move them away so they can focus on their new games, their current games, their big IP at the moment. It also makes sense for them to take it off the Switch store as well because you've got the Nintendo Switch Online service. So they probably got rid of it there as well. And also Steam, so they're like, might as well do the whole thing at the same time. And another reason I think they are doing it is it's a very, very silly reason, but I think they are they think some consumers are going to get confused about, oh, there's this crazy taxi here that's only like $10. But then here's another crazy taxi here that's $60. Why should I buy the $60 Jet Set radio when I can buy the $10 Jet Set radio? Kind of thing. Or why should I buy this 20-cent Shinobi game when I can buy the new $40 one? Um, so I think that's their reasoning. I wish there's a new collection in the works, but my prediction is that that's not the case, and they're trying to make their Steam selection more streamlined and more current and modern. That's my prediction.
Yeah, see, I'm with both of you on this. So I on one side, I think for the games that we already know are coming, like Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, it makes sense
Yeah.
to delist them, delist these versions of the games. Um, I mean, I don't know if it makes sense to just delist them, but to
It's
at
very silly,
least
in my
try
opinion.
to like
Yeah.
reskin them in a way, like offer them as like a legacy bundle, which they're doing with Sonic games as well. They
Yeah.
added Sonic Generations to that bundle, so maybe do something like that, so people know the difference when they see the new game, and they understand the difference in price and stuff. But for these like Mega Drive classics and even Virtua Fighter 2, Sonic the Fighters, so the Dreamcast collection, the ones that we know are not coming yet, at least. I don't know if it makes much sense to just delist them and not offer them in another way. Especially because I think the one of the main reasons people would consider buying these bundles, it's the hub as well. Like you the I think I can show that somehow. Try to share that. You could you have like your room, right? Like it's like your childhood room, and that's one of the main reasons I think these collections are cool and worth it, because you could just browse through your collection of games here, which is really nice. And unless they're doing, you could also add mods as well, which is a big thing for some people. So
Oh, yeah.
unless they're doing something that allows people to do something like this and like even expand on this, I don't see much reason to delist these games. I mean, I don't see a consumer friendly reason or a Sega fan friendly reason. Of course, there's the money grabbing reason, which you should consider, right? They're a
Yeah.
business.
Show me the
But-
money.
Show me the money. But apart from that, I hope they have something interesting in the works to replace these collections, right? But the gist of it is they're all gone, or they'll all be gone on December 6th. So that's like in a week and a half or something. So if
Yeah.
you don't have these games yet, do buy them when you can. They're not that expensive, and if you can keep them, so especially on.
And if you
own
ask
the
me, I'll
Steam
buy
ones.
it for you. I'll gift it to you. Just ask me.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
regret saying that.
Oh,
you can say that. Can you say that
Sweetie.
again?
I had no comment. No comment.
Liar. Okay,
Oh.
that's disappointing. So that's the first bit of news, and we started with the bad one, because we want to go on a we want to keep this upbeat. So coming up next, Corey, would you like to tell us a little bit about the Phantasy Star tabletop role playing game that's now
Oh, yes.
available?
Let me go ahead and
We have
research
we have
that
the
real quick.
SEGABits article here, written by
know.
one
know that
Kori-Maru. So,
Thank you. Appreciate that. All right.
so
let me see
what
if I
what is
can-
this about in a very short and sweet way?
Well, I think like what was it called, like Skydon Game Studios. They picked
Yeah.
up the license for Fantasy Star, and they're creating like a tabletop game where it has like a bunch of like Fantasy Star characters from like the original classic series, and it's like filled with like artwork and what else do they have, like just it's just
And they
it's
have
so
like
much.
the
Like,
different locations, different classes and species in the
Yeah.
Fantasy Star like worlds. I was gonna say Fantasy Star Universe, but that's a different game.
yeah, I'm on the website right now.
Yeah.
It has like loads of character options. Create your identity by choosing between various origins and professions. Sci-fi
Mhm.
weapons and gear. Gear up and customize your character with an assortment of equipment options and fearsome foes. Challenge the forces of darkness with fun, engaging encounters. And
Yep.
they also got like a little lore guide too, included with the game as a guide to all things Fantasy Star. The Galactic Lore
That's cool.
Guide is loaded with illustrations and information on characters, locations, events that comprise the extraordinary Fantasy Star universe.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
I think it's like pretty amazing. It's like
Yeah.
I think
So
it's available.
this
for
is
now
an
for
actual
pre-order.
like tabletop RPG, right? So
Yes.
don't make a
Essentially,
mistake
yes.
and think this is a video game. It's not. It's based
Where's the
on
disc? Where's my
Where's the-
disc?
So this is for like tabletop RPG players. Are you guys into this sort of gaming?
Honestly, I have never played a tabletop game in my life, but I think
Same.
this is like really cool. So this like might be my first. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, likewise. I've never done any kind of D&D or any kind of tabletop
Mm-hmm.
gaming or anything like that. I love Fantasy Star. I played it on the Sega Ages collection, and I fell in love with
Yes.
it, even though I needed a guide the whole way through. But I still loved it regardless.
Yeah.
Roll the
But
dice.
I'd maybe get this as like a collector's kind of piece. I don't think I'd ever play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't see myself playing this, getting it. I don't even know if I would find people to play it with. But
Or if I ever
Yeah.
flew over to Portugal, we could play it together.
we could. But I don't see us playing this. To be honest, I think
Oh.
if I get this, it's like a more of a collectible or like a collector's piece, like you said.
Yeah.
It's $70, and it's available to pre-order now, and it comes out in the summer next year, I believe.
Yeah, I can't stop looking at the artwork. It's so beautiful. Like you can see
Yeah.
like Alice Landau and her
Mhm.
groupies and everything. It's like so cool.
Yeah, and the lore guide looks pretty awesome, actually. Like all this information about the worlds of Phantasy Star, or like it says here, the Phantasy Star universe. There you go.
But not the game.
Oh,
not
yeah.
the game.
But not the game. not the
Fantasy
video
Star Universe. I haven't played it a hot second. I love that game.
Yeah. Pretty good one. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so that's available to pre-order. We're gonna include a link in the description, the show notes as well. Moving on. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. So, Top Golf. Yay! Who's into golf
golf.
here?
I love golf. I love golfing.
I play.
And then I love going
I
to
play
the
a
pub
little golf.
afterwards, have a nice pint. Oh, I love it.
Okay, so, have you tried this, Corey?
Top Golf, not really, but I do know some friends who did. Sam Procrastinates and Kenny Adventure.
Yeah.
They were invited to Las Vegas to check out the opening for the Top Golf Sonic the Hedgehog collaboration event, and like I've seen videos. I even watched Sam's stream. Like that game looks so cool. Like it really makes me want to like go out and play golf right now. Like you can see like it's like you're actually playing a Sonic game, but like it's in golf form, and it's really it's so cool looking. Like you can see all the 3D models of like all the characters, and like as you hit the ball, like you can see it like progress, collecting rings, hitting springs around the Green Hill Zone and everything. It looks so amazing, and I think they had like a bunch of like other people playing as well. There's some other content creators that were there. It was really cool.
Yeah, and there's one in Glasgow as well. Argik, our friend as well,
Argik,
went there.
yes.
Argik went there, and he seemed to be having a very good time. I find it funny that some people are like, I don't know what to do here, but let's go. It's Sonic. Let's go. So yeah,
It looks so cool.
looks really cool. Well, looks really cool. And so if you're in the US or in Glasgow, Scotland, you can just try going to
My
one of
two
these
favorite
Top
places
Golf.
in the world.
Exactly. Top Golf coming soon to Australia as well, right, Scott?
Probably
Maybe not. Maybe
Probably
not.
not. I don't
Probably
think we have
not.
a Top Golf here at all. And to be honest, not really for me. Golf is so boring, in my opinion.
But it's Sonic. It's Sonic
Oh,
golf.
true. I love golf so much. Golf is my favorite sport in the world, especially when it's Sonic golf.
It's Sonic golf.
It's
What's
Sonic
not to
golf.
like? Okay. Another bit of news here. It's
Back
this
to the
one.
sad news, kind of.
I don't know if it's sad or not. I was going to say sad, but I don't know. Amplitude Studios, known for the Endless series, they broke off from Sega, and they returned to being an independent studio, which is probably nice for them. Thank you for your service. And that means that just like Relic Entertainment earlier this year, I believe, they departed from Sega to become an independent studio again. You know, no more Amplitude games for Sega fans, unless you play the Amplitude games that Amplitude releases as an independent studio. So yeah, there's that. I'm not big into this. I played a lot of Humankind though, so I am a little bit sad. The thing about Humankind and myself is I know it consumes a lot of my time, so I try to stay away from these games. But I tried Humankind as like, let's see how it is. And it took up a lot of my time when I did. I actually did it twice. Once on the Xbox when it came to the consoles, and once on PC. And I was hooked for a few weeks on that game. There were a few instances that I went to bed really, really late because I was
Oh,
Naughty
wow.
boy, naughty boy.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
It's really I get really I get sucked into these kinds of games. So yeah, but Humankind is really cool. Have you guys played any of the other games or Humankind
Yes.
as well? Yeah.
I've actually been quite a fan of Amplitude Studios games. I've got a few little pieces. Hang on.
Wait. Let's see.
Selected.
Yeah.
We got right here. We got a little plushie from Endless Dungeon. You can see right here. I also got some little Endless merch in here, and then
Oh, nice.
down there. Well, not down there, but behind me.
Your armpit. Okay.
That one there. We've got a Endless book that just recently came out, a novel based in the Endless universe.
Oh, nice.
Which I'm very, very excited to read. I always found Amplitude Studios, their music in their games has always been amazing. Really, really high quality. And then also, Endless Space 2 was, I think, the first game I ever got a review code for Radio Sega.
Oh, nice.
So it will hold a special place in my heart for that.
Nice.
Oh.
What about you, Corey?
I have not played any games, unfortunately, from the studio, but
Yeah.
I wish them my regards. They've done a lot of unique games for Sega, and I wish them the best.
Godspeed, Amplitude. Godspeed. That's it. Okay, we're crushing this. We're being very fast here and covering all these news.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Yeah. So up next, the House of the Dead film. Okay, I know someone who is probably very excited about this. This guy
It's me.
right here.
It's me.
this
I'm the
guy.
House of the Dead guy, not this guy.
wait. You want to do that again, Corey? Want to do that again?
Okay.
There you go. There you
Take out the shirt
go.
real quick. You see the
Yeah.
House of the Dead. It feeds on your fear. Don't go into the house alone.
Alone. Nice. Okay, so we got some details about this previously announced The House of the Dead film.
Yes.
And we know that it's going to be written and directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. Thoughts?
Okay. All right.
While I share
My
this.
thought. Okay. Number one, I'm very happy that it's not being directed by Yui Bowl. First and foremost, all right, let's get that out the way.
Yeah.
Number two, I know Paul W.S. Anderson has been receiving like a lot of flack with his like video game adapted movies like Resident Evil and Monster Hunter. I've watched almost all the Resident Evil movies back in the day with my friend, and it's so silly with the action and stuff, but it's like cool at the same time, and we have like some laughs and chuckles. I think he will be like a good fit for like House of the Dead, because like the House of the Dead games are like, you know, you got AMS agents hunting down like creatures and everything, and they always say something witty like whenever they like defeat like a giant monster and stuff. And like speaking of the monsters too, like this might be like the first opportunity to see like the bosses of like from the series to be adapted into a live action film. The first two movies never done that, because I assume like it was like a budget reason, but like I'm very, very excited to see like the bosses in action. I know somebody mentioned that like I wonder if it was like on Twitter, like the artwork and stuff, they seem AI-ish, which I just caught like literally like just not too long ago. But we'll see what happens. It's like it's gonna be like in pre-production like next year, so like
Yeah,
we'll
so
see what happens.
it's a work in progress, so let's not jump into any conclusions right now. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. What about you, Scott? Excited about this one?
Yeah, I always like a bit of live action film Sega related stuff. My only hope is that it actually gets off the ground a little bit quicker than the Space Channel 5 movie, the
Streets of Rage
Comic
movie,
Zone,
Streets of Rage.
Streets of
Comic
Rage
Zone,
movie,
the
all
Golden
these
Axe
other
series.
projects. Yes. Hopefully this one actually gets moving a little bit quicker. It seems like it does, or it seems like it will,
Yeah.
because they've already got Paul attached to it, and I feel like he's already got that background there. So obviously things will probably move a bit quicker because he already knows how this kind of works from doing Monster Hunter and Resident Evil. My only issue is we've already kind of seen it with Yakuza. They're kind of going really in on the live action stuff, or just film and TV media related things at the moment, and I hope it doesn't
Yeah.
become a thing of quantity over quality. I know a lot of people were quite upset with Yakuza because it wasn't very faithful to the source material.
Yeah.
I didn't mind. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I just
Yes,
hope
I
that
actually didn't include this in the show notes and the outline, but I want to hear your thoughts if you've watched the whole thing.
I haven't watched the whole
series.
thing yet. I'm
Okay,
I'm
okay.
only 3 episodes in.
Okay,
But
okay.
I'm enjoying it so far.
What about you,
Yeah.
Kari? Have you seen it?
I secretly seen like all the episodes and stuff. I think it's a little mixed bag for me. Like there's some things I did like, and there's some things like I was like kind of questioning. But like currently I'm rewatching with a couple of friends. So far they like it. So, but one thing I will say is like I love Aoki as Majima.
Yeah,
He's awesome. He's on point.
yeah. It's a shame that he doesn't really get that much screen time. They're probably saving him for a next season if there's one. But the best thing about the show is definitely this version of Majima. I agree. I think it's a mixed bag for me as well. I enjoyed it. I don't know really how to put into words my feelings about this show because for one, I enjoyed it because I'm a Like a Dragon fan. So that's
Yeah.
why I think if I were a Like a Dragon Yakuza fan, I wouldn't stick with it for so long because it really is a little bit slow in like getting the plot moving. I think it's a little
Yeah.
bit confusing as well with all like the flashbacks and flash forwards and all the like the retrospectives, and you're kind of confused. When is this actually happening? At points they jump back and forth many times, too many times perhaps. I stuck with it like for the first like 3 episodes because I wanted to know what they would do with the Yakuza story. But on the other hand, being a Like a Dragon fan, I wished they were a little bit more faithful to the source material, which I know they
Yeah,
did.
just a little bit more. Yeah.
That was intentional. I think they told the actors and the people involved not to play the games, so they would go in like blind and do their own thing. Maybe they could have been a little bit more faithful to the games to please the fans and to make it. I don't know. It's not a bad show. It's
Yeah.
slow at times. And I think that if they get the opportunity to come up with a new season, to make a new season with a storyline that's more faithful to the games, they'll probably learn from their mistakes.
Question: have you guys seen the bonus video that Sega uploaded?
Bakamitai?
Bakamitai, yes. Where Yoma Takuchi was singing Bakamitai as Kazuma Kiryu.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, like, what happened?
Yeah. That's the kind of thing that I think they could have done with this show, being like have more nods to the original games and stuff. Just not. Don't forsake the source material for just because you don't want to be too faithful. Yes,
Two quick
Scott.
things before we move
Two
on.
quick things.
In regards to the Yakuza show, I remember the first episode. I was a bit disappointed by some of the. There it is.
Nanone yume wo otekizu suite.
Anyway,
Beautiful.
one of the things I was a bit off about was some of the fight choreography in the first episode in particular was not the best. Like there's one part when he just comes out of the prison and the boys are all there ready to take him down. Some of the shots they use for the fighting is not the best. There's one where he grabs both of them and like he knocks their heads together. And if you watch it back, he does it so slowly, and like they don't even like they're
touch?
so far away. They don't even touch heads.
They don't connect.
It's like, oh.
That's
And
the
I was
power
like,
of the
come on.
dragon.
Exactly, the power of the dragon. So
There we
hopefully,
go.
when I get to the further episodes, it's a little bit better than that. I was
Mm.
a bit let down by that. And then going
Yeah.
back to House of the Dead very quickly, did you know that the original House of the Dead film has two versions? I have both versions on DVD. There's the
Yeah.
original House of the Dead, and then there's House of the Dead funny version, in
Yes.
which every now and then they decide to cut away to behind the scenes shots of Uwe Boll being like, "Nine, nine, nine, this is not right." And then also every now and then they just include fart sound effects as well.
Okay, didn't know that. Thanks for sharing.
There you go. So if you ever want to
Why?
watch House of the Dead
Why
again, I
though?
recommend the funny
They-
version because it's funny. It's funny.
They had a comic adaptation too, but it was like really small. Like it wasn't too special. Just basically party goers going to this rave and they get caught by the creatures and like it's nothing special. But like as that was something that they did too.
Tie in with the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, like this new one does like more redemption for the film.
I feel like Sega have been even if the reception for the reactions to the Like a Dragon series have been mixed. I feel I actually haven't really. I try to go in blind and not look at what people were saying. So when I watched the whole thing, I didn't really want to see everyone's reaction. So I missed a little bit of the if there was any drama or anything. I'm also not on Twitter that often anymore. So there's more positivity around me, to be honest. So I missed
That's
if
good.
people
That's
were
good.
really. Blue Sky is a much more positive place.
Blue, blue skies.
I see.
I see.
Blue skies. I see.
This is a
I love
musical
that
episode, but what I was gonna say is I feel like Sega have been doing a good job in like in the what do they call it, the transmedia department.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes, led by my nemesis, my rival, Disney villain Justin Scarpone. I don't know. One day I'll get it.
What's the law?
Where? Oh no, you have to watch back to previous episodes where
Oh, my apologies.
I say that he
Episode
looks like a
115.
Disney villain. His face looks like a Disney villain. I actually try to get in touch to see if he comes on the show one day. Hopefully, yeah. We're like,
Not after you said that.
that's why I'm doing this. Come at me, bro. Justin, let's go. Let's
He's gonna be like Uwe Boll. You're gonna see him in the ring.
yeah. But I feel like they're doing a good job. So I hope they treat these IPs that we're getting in other sorts of media well, like Golden Axe. I think the Golden Axe series is an interesting take on the franchise. The like the comic way, the comedy animation way. I feel like it's an interesting one. So hopefully the House of the Dead movie will, be a good one as well. And entertaining at least, hopefully.
Yes, I hope it kicks ass. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Moving on very quickly. This is a very quick mention. So I am a fan of this book, of the original version of this book, the Sega Mega Drive / Genesis Ultimate Works. The Ultimate Works is the new version. The Collected Works was the original one, which I have back there as well. We actually had Darren Wall from Read Only Memory on the show back in the day during the Kickstarter days for this book, but now they're coming up with the Ultimate Works version. So that they've added more content. There's an exclusive, like a limited edition as well. And so, not getting too much into this, this is a very cool book if you're a fan of the Mega Drive or the Genesis. There's a lot of great content, behind the scenes information, designs, concept art, interviews. They've added a lot more stuff to this as well, and they're currently, you can currently pre-order either the standard edition or the deluxe edition, which comes with, I think it's a screen printed acrylic slipcase. This white
And
one.
art print signed as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
yeah. The Phantasy Star 4 print signed by
I
Hitoshi Yoneda.
I tried to get one of these pre-ordered, but unfortunately, I'm unable to do so because my bank would not like accept any like like any money like from like outside countries and stuff, and I'm just like very sad. Like I have the original given from a good friend, and I just like stuff can get outdated, and like I want to
Mhm.
like try to at least keep up to date with like Sega knowledge and stuff, and just I wish I could just buy it. It looks so cool. It looks like Bare Knuckle 3 artwork, like then Shadow Dancer, Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master, and all that good stuff. Like I don't think were those in the original or
I don't. I think I have a feeling that the Shadow Dancer one was.
yeah,
I
Shadow
could be
Dancer
wrong.
was.
I think this is. I don't know what.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
did I break
this
this? No,
one,
there we go.
the new stuff are Alien Soldier, Kid Chameleon, the Super Shinobi 2, Sonic the Hedgehog, Fantasy Star 4, and then also some new original design documents from Streets of Rage 2 and Dynamite Heady, which is cool.
Exactly.
But
Ooh.
they've had to remove Echo the Dolphin and Wonder Boy
Yeah.
material.
Probably due to licensing issues. So if you
Licensing,
have the
yeah.
original, don't throw it away. Keep
Yeah,
that.
just tear out the Echo the Dolphin and Wonder Boy.
And just
stick
add
them-
it to like to
stick
the
them
end
in
of the other book.
the
Yeah.
PDF. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make your own
So that's
custom
it. So
book.
if you got money to spare, these are not cheap books. Let's be honest. Like these
Oh,
are
yeah.
deluxe,
Very-
like coffee table books, but really worth the money. I would say if you're a fan of the system and the Sega fan, but expensive. Let's be honest. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, very good. What else? What else do we have to cover here? Okay. Oh, did I miss this one? Oh, I didn't. So there's news, guys, and I want to hear your
There's
thoughts
news?
on this. There's
What?
news that Sonic Team wants to remake Sonic 06. According to
I've-
Kazuyuki Hoshino, Shun Nakamura, and Katsuyuki Shigihara, when they were at an Indonesian Sonic fan event, and they mentioned that they would be interested in that, according to My Nintendo News. So,
Yeah.
would you guys like to see a remake of Sonic 06?
I'm fine. I'm fine. No, it's all good. It's all good.
It depends.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought you guys would be more excited than I am. Apparently not.
It's like it's one thing to say, yeah, I'm interested in doing this to like some fans at an
Yeah.
event. But it's interesting how people will take that as they're doing it. It's 100% now, and it caused a whole drama on Twitter. I'm not sure if you
Yeah.
saw that, KC. There was it got a bit too spicy in my opinion. The discourse in regards to this, and I'm just like, yeah, he just said he'd be interested in it. Doesn't mean this is actually happening or anything like that. And also,
Yeah.
we've got bloody Project 06 anyway, so go play that.
Oh yeah.
Hear me out though. Take what they did with Shadow Generations and apply it to Sonic 06. So fix Sonic 06 once and for all. The loading times, the glitches, just remake it.
Remake it from the ground
And-
up. Like
Yeah, and use that as like one of those side projects in between mainline Sonic games. I feel like we're at a point in time where Sonic Team should do that. Like have a Sonic Frontiers like game every like 3 to 5 years, and in between those, remake some of the more popular or even less popular games from the past, using what they've learned with the progress they've been making with the newest Hedgehog engine or whatever they're calling it now. I don't know how much work that is. I'm not a game developer, but I think it's just like this. You can make it happen, right? So we have Shadow Generations that apply this to Sonic 06, and there you go. It's like
Just type into ChatGPT,
Oh, yeah.
give me Sonic 06 remake, and then it's done. Wow.
exactly. That's it. But I
Well-
think this would be a good way to get people excited about games and maybe even tie in with future movies as well. And
Yeah.
a good way to tie in with Sonic the Movie 4, introducing Silver the Hedgehog by calling 2025 or 6 or whatever useless Year of Silver the Hedgehog.
It's no use.
Exactly. Thank you. Someone gets the joke. I think some people thought I was referring to the game. No, it's like it's no use. It's useless. Year of Silver the Hedgehog.
I wouldn't mind for maybe, I don't know, maybe like a Sonic Heroes successor, maybe, perhaps, with like the current Sonic cast that they have right now. But it all depends. We may never know what Sonic team is like working on and stuff. So like I just want to be surprised, to be honest.
I mean, we'll eventually know, right? When the game
Yeah.
comes out. Unless we're dead by then.
oh no. Ooh.
Is that a threat?
Ooh, okay, so Sonic 06, everyone's very excited about this.
I'm so
Clearly,
excited.
in
I
our
can't
panel.
Sonic 26, here we go.
Sonic 2026. Yeah, that's a good point. 20 years of Sonic 06. Okay, moving on with Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. Ramble would be nice.
Banana
But
Ramble,
Banana
my favorite
Rumble. Let's get ready to Banana Rumble with Godzilla. Godzilla will
Godzilla.
appear. Look at this very scary Godzilla.
Yo, I was saying this on Twitter. This is like the perfect opportunity to have like one of the I in games like costume as like Shinobi, and like having like another player be Godzilla, so that way it can recreate the Revenge of Shinobi boss fight when they had like all the copyright stuff going on.
we
I think that'd be
we
pretty
just need
sick.
Spider-Man now.
Spider-Man, Batman, Terminator.
Batman. Yeah. And actually, we're recording this the day before all of this is available. So we're recording this on the 25th. And this is part of the new 2.0 version of the game, which comes with the Godzilla DLC and more stuff. Hatsune Miku is going to be there as well. There will be a lot more content as well. Have you guys played this game, by the way?
I have.
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Excellent. Thoughts on Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble?
I'll be honest, I haven't beaten it yet, but from like some of the levels I've been playing through, it's a lot more easier compared to like the other games in the series. It's a little bit more accessible. I do like Palette. Palette is like a really nice character that he introduced. And I like how they have like a lot more like features and everything. Like you also got like other guest characters like Beat and Axel from Crazy Taxi, and like I'm assuming, well, Beat at least, but I'm assuming for like Axel, like his new Crazy design look, Crazy Taxi design. That's like pretty awesome to like try them out and everything compared to like what's the last game, like Banana Mania. Yep.
Yeah.
That's also a good game.
Look at Hatsune Miku go.
Hatsune Miku.
There she
Hatsune, let's go.
Yay. Yeah. I enjoyed this very much. I think this is a very good game. It's a return to form, surely, for the series. So I'm excited what they're doing with the 2.0 update. Multiple adventure challenges, battle stages, battle modes. They've been sharing news every day of what they'll be adding to. So there's a banana bonus time attack mode. There will be, what else? There will be a quick retry feature. Pressing L plus R plus A at once will instantly set the stage for your next attempt. So you don't have to go through all of that. If you thought, like Kori-Maru, that the EX worlds were too easy, there will be Ultimate World, 20 new ultra high difficulty stages available for free.
Let me hit up Deadline real quick. See if they can like speed run the levels. I watched them like speed run the levels
Yeah.
and stuff. That'd be pretty sick.
And so yeah, and there's a sale going on until December 2nd. So if you're listening to this when the episode goes live, maybe you still have a couple of days to grab this. It's 60% off, at least in the US, but I'm sure it's like worldwide. Like probably like some sort of Black Banana sale. Is that a good thing? Like Black Friday, Black Banana. I don't know. Is it Black Banana a
If you're
good
making
thing?
if you're making banana bread, then using one of those kind of bananas is good.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I wouldn't eat one personally. Just an off black banana, nah, not for me.
Okay. Very good. Moving on. Another bit of news. Shenmue 3. Shenmue 3. You know I love me some Shenmue. So Shenmue, the rights to publish Shenmue 3 have moved from Deep Silver to In Games, which in my book is very good news. So that means that they put out YSNet put out a press release announcing that they have partnered with In Games to publish Shenmue 3 from now on, which could
Nice.
mean, theoretically, that Shenmue 3 could be coming to Switch and Xbox,
Ooh.
which are platforms that aren't, we don't have the game on those platforms currently. We only have it for PS4 and PC. But now, maybe a PS5 remastered version and a version for Xbox Series X and S and Switch, or Switch 2, probably, I feel. I have a lot of respect for In Games. They've been doing a very good job with classic IPs and stuff. They worked with Yu Suzuki on Air Twister as well to publish that. So I think this IP, or this game at least, is in good hands in terms of publishing.
Very
Are you
good.
expecting anything from this, Scott, for example?
I'm keen to see what comes out of it. I'm not too excited or anything like that because I don't want to get disappointed. So yeah, I'm interested to see if anything comes out of it. Because you never know, they might just be like, this game we're now going to be selling at a fixed price of $5 going forward, and that's like their big reveal. Or we've
Oh,
now
no.
got, yeah, there might be some very small announcement, and I'll be like, okay, but hopefully something cool comes out of it. But I have no expectations or anything like that. I want to be pleasantly surprised in the future.
What about you,
Same.
Corey? Yeah,
I'd agree with Scottnik. Same.
yeah.
I think they mentioned they got expecting news for the Legacy of Shenmue, so I'm very curious about that. See what they got going on for that one.
Yeah, they say they are working closely alongside YSNet to honor the series' legacy while ensuring its accessibility to even more fans around the world. What I read from this is Xbox and Switch, to be honest, because they're the only, and having this game on Switch would be big, right? It's, having it available
Having
to Nintendo
Shenmue
fans.
1 and 2 on Switch would be bigger though, and I'm still mad at Sega that they never did
Yeah,
that.
that's true. That's
Yeah,
true. But this
yeah.
is just for Shenmue 3, right? So this is a partnership with YSNet. So let's not get our hopes up for that. But who knows? Maybe if Shenmue 3 works out, maybe they'll be able to help out with bringing 1 and 2 to Switch. I don't know. Or Switch 2. But I think the biggest news that I'm expecting to come out of this is more platforms. Shenmue 3 on more platforms, so more people can play it. I enjoyed the game. It's not really like the masterpiece that the first two are or were, but it's a good
Yeah.
game. It's a Shenmue game, definitely. It honors the legacy, I feel. While some people were a little bit disappointed, but I enjoyed it. And I still play it from time to time on my Steam Deck. Best place to play it.
It's all about the passion.
Yeah. So I think having it on Switch for people to be able to play it like on the go would be nice as well. Yeah. Exciting. I'm very excited about this, especially since if it works out, it can be what Yu Suzuki needs to be able to work on Shenmue 4. Hopefully. Hashtag let's get Shenmue 4.
Shenmue 4, let's go.
Let's get Shenmue 4. No, let's do it differently. Like hashtag let's get Shenmue 4.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
That's my choreography for this. Okay. Listeners, I'm doing things with my hands. So if you want to know what I'm doing with my hands, just watch the video version. Okay. Next up, I feel like there's someone here who is very excited about this, and that someone is Scottnik. Virtua Fighter 5 Revo.
Oh, yeah. I'm the House of the Dead guy, and I'm the Virtua Fighter
Exactly. Corey, tell us about Virtua Fighter 5 Revo.
Okay, all right.
How
First
excited
off,
are you, first of all?
Oh, man, very excited, especially for like the VF community. Like,
Mhm.
they're awesome people. I met back in the day. They had a tournament in Virginia. Um, People have been asking for Virtual Fighter 5, a Steam port of that game, for like almost 10 years, like
Mhm.
approximately like 10 years. And like Sega just dropped the news and we have it. Now we got like a version of Virtual Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown now available on PC. Not only that, even better news, it now is going to feature a robot netcode where people can actually play very smoothly online against each other. Because like the previous Virtual Fighters and stuff, like they had like a delayed netcode and stuff, and
Mhm.
it didn't run as smoothly. But they had to like work with it and everything. And they've been begging Sega to like add robot netcode. And I want to say thank you, Seiji Aoki, for keeping your promise. So I'm very excited to play Virtua Fighter again, but like with the PC version, the Steam version at least, like we can have mods now and
Yeah.
stuff. And I think like the the version on PS4 Ultimate Showdown is going to
Mhm.
get like a version 2.0. That's also going to like have the same features as um the Revo version, but like not like mods or anything or nothing like
Yeah.
that. I think
Yeah. Will
I
it
think
have
the
rollback
Japanese website,
netcode?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think so. I think
Didn't
it's
know
gonna
that.
have like the same
Mhm.
balances and everything. As for crossplay and stuff,
Yeah.
probably not.
Yeah.
But like it's good. Like has some more accessibility, and
Mhm.
I feel like this could be like a testing ground for the potential rumored new Virtual Fighter game that it
Yeah.
might be working
Mhm.
on. So I'm like really excited because like I haven't played online in ages, so I'm like looking forward to get like mollywopped online. But
I have
I'm
very
very
fond
excited.
memories of the launch of Ultimate Showdown on the PS4. It was
Oh
like a
yes,
whole community thing that, and shout out to Danny Russell, my man. He did a very good job in like getting everyone hyped up for that and getting everyone codes and stuff. So I really enjoyed that. I'm not a big fighting game fan, and like I'm not definitely not good at playing these games, but I enjoyed like the whole feel like we were all in this together. It was like a
together.
big
Yes.
big
Oh,
event, right? It was
yes.
really, really fun. And I don't think we had anything like that, even though we're all very hyped for certain things that
Hmm.
Sega put out. We haven't had anything like it since Ultimate Showdown came out. So
Yeah.
yeah, very fun memories of it. Definitely. Scott, you played Ultimate Showdown, right?
I played Ultimate Showdown. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. I'm excited. Excited. I'm keen to play it on Steam. A bit of rhyme there. You hear that? I'm so happy they've re-released Virtua Fighter 5 again. Uh, all I hope is that it isn't overpriced because I'm like,
Yeah,
Hmm.
people have been buying
That's a
this
good
game
I
point.
so
agree.
many times now. This should be very, very entry level in terms of price point. Let's get as many people on as possible.
Hmm.
yeah, I'm excited for the fans, and I'm keen to whoop yo booty, Casey.
You probably will. I have nothing to say about that. I have no comeback. Yeah, you probably will wipe the floor with my booty.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. So the only thing that I'm disappointed, or at least for the Virtua Fighter fans, is it's not Virtua Fighter 6 or anything. I saw
Yeah.
someone on Twitter say, not on Twitter, I think Blue Sky, the other day posting something like, my dad is a game developer, and I asked him what will it cost to make a new fighting game? And he said, we can't, son. We don't know how. So it feels like that here. They just can't make a new one. They just keep working on Virtua Fighter 5 and perfecting Virtua Fighter 5. One day, hopefully, fans will get a new
One
one.
day.
One day. Who knows? Yeah. Okay. Excellent. So, moving on. This is I have someone added to the outline. Sonic movie trailer, an exciting Sonic movie exclusive with DrScottnik. So, what's that?
What's
DrScottnik.
the exclusive?
What's the
Okay.
exclusive?
This
So
is
by the way, the
exclusive.
trailer.
I'm announcing
Yeah.
Oh,
this
there
here
we
for the
go.
first time. On December, I don't know. I can't say the date yet. But a few days before the release of Sonic the
Mhm.
Hedgehog, of course, you've got the premiere events happening across the world in different cities, and very, very excitingly and very, very amazing opportunity, I am hosting the Perth premiere of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which is an incredible opportunity, and I've been able to work with Paramount to help plan the Perth event. So yeah, very, very
Very
exciting. I ordered
nice.
Yes,
the
sir.
Oppo suit Sonic, 3-piece suit. The
Okay.
tie, the trousers. So
Yeah,
I'll be
boy.
rocking that. I'm
Yes,
gonna
sir.
get the whole. I'm gonna get the whole crowd to yell out Sega. It's gonna be great.
Excellent. Oh, that's
Oh,
very good news. That's very exciting and
can't-
exclusive news here. Thank you for sharing that
Exactly.
with us.
yeah, I can't wait to
Yeah.
see videos, man.
Yeah,
It's
for
gonna be
sure.
sick.
For sure. Yeah. And what about the trailer? Thoughts? New,
Oh my
exciting
I'm so excited. So excited. It looks
feels?
amazing. The
Perfection.
cinematography looks such a step up from the first
Yes.
two films.
It,
The
it
only thing
does,
that
doesn't
scared
it?
me was that close up of
Yes.
Tails' face. I didn't like that. I didn't like that shot.
Well, that's
All
in,
the-
like in the
And that
beginning,
close up of
right?
Shadow.
Is it like
Yeah,
here?
a little bit further on. It's when he
Oh.
uses jetpack to
Oh
try
yeah,
and
yeah,
keep
yeah,
up
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sonic.
That's true. It's like over somewhere around here. I don't know if I agree with the jetpack thing. Because wouldn't the jetpack like the,
There it is.
oh yeah,
Oh!
Yeah.
wouldn't the jetpack sort of like potentially burn his tails? I know the tails are higher, but
Yeah,
it's like
that's a good point.
it's
I mean,
dangerous. It's dangerous.
I think they've done that to like express like Tails like intelligence, like because he's also an
Uh-huh.
inventor too, which I think like it's a cool like addition to
Yeah.
his character in the movie.
And he needs to
speaking of
catch up
Shadow,
with Sonic, right? To keep up with
yeah.
Sonic.
Oh, this scene right here with Shadow. Oh my god, everybody was like freaking out on Twitter. Like all the Shadow the Hedgehog references with him, like with a gun. Like it's I don't think it's actually like a real gun. It's like probably like a laser gun, but it's like just sick how he just posed with the Glock and stuff. And it's just sick. Like it's awesome. Like
Yeah.
Jeff Fowler, man, this man. Shouts out to him. Did a
And
good
the
job.
real question is,
Oh,
do
man.
you think people will applaud when a certain character dies in the movie? Like they
Well,
seem to be doing in the Sonic
well.
Symphony shows.
I think in America they've announced that they're going to have a fan event. Like it's going to be a day before its official launch. So on the 19th of December,
yeah.
there's going to be a fan event. So all
Mhm.
the Sonic fans are going to go to that, and I feel like you're going to see or hear. We'll see if people will illegally get their phone out to film it. People are going to cheer there, but I think for normal screenings, I think hopefully we hear children crying instead, because that will stay with them their whole lives.
Yeah,
It's
I
trauma.
think with the scenes that we're seeing right now and stuff, I think people are gonna like feel very, very bad. Yeah.
Yeah. People will hear sniffing. I'm not crying. You're crying. Yeah. Okay, but the big news though, forget about Scottnik, Dr. Scottnik hosting the premiere. Forget about the trailer. Forget about the movie. The big
I love
news.
Jeff Keighley.
No, not that.
Oh.
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh yeah, sorry, I jumped the gun.
We all love you, Jeff Keighley. We love you, but that's not it. That's not it yet. It's this. This is the big thing. So, you crazy Americans, you will get this. Because why not? So, I don't know. This is equal parts disturbing and equal parts cool.
Oh yeah.
It's disturbingly cool, I will say. So, in select theaters, you can get a light-up cup and a Sonic popcorn container, which is Sonic's head. And you open up Sonic's head and you can put popcorn in it. So after the whole Dune 2 worm thingy, you now have a Sonic head. And the brains is popcorn.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Probably gonna reuse it for like put candy in there, and Sonic's like, my brain tastes like candy.
Yeah, so that's it. This is the big news here in terms of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the movie.
I've never seen bigger news than this. This is wild.
Yeah, and that's your show. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back next week because we cannot top this anyway.
Actually, we can top it because I have one more thing to announce.
What you got?
One more thing. It's like
One more thing.
Steve Jobs.
This is my intention. This is my message. If anyone wants to take me on, my plan for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is to be the person who sees it the most time in the cinema. So if you think you can take me on and see it more times than me, go ahead, and we'll see how things are at the end of January 2025.
God.
Oh wow.
Those are fighting words, I feel.
You're very lucky, Scott. You are very lucky because back in the day, I used to watch Mulan when it first came out in theaters 20 times in a row.
In a row.
I love that movie. I love that movie so much. But maybe Sam might take you on. I'll hit him up, let you know. Like, you want to take on the challenge?
I'm gonna clip this. This will be like I'm gonna share this everywhere. This part of the show. Think you can beat Scottnik's record of watching the Sonic movie in cinemas.
Aim for the Guinness record.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So next year you'll be here same time, and you're gonna just show us the Guinness World Records, like the certificate.
You know what? I'll tell you all about my radio appearances, talking about my time, me being on Australian TV. It's gonna be crazy.
There's this guy. He doesn't shower. He's just always in the theater. Okay, so now we can all say we love you, Jeff.
We love Jeff Keighley.
Jeff Keighley.
Jeff Keighley. So briefly, just a quick mention of the Game Awards for people who are interested in that sort of thing. Interestingly enough, Sega had a lot of representation, like the same games, but many times, many nominations. So quickly, Game of the Year, Metaphor Refantasio, or as I usually call it, Refantasio, is nominated. Refantasio. Best Game Direction, Metaphor as well. Best Narrative, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor. Best Art Direction, Metaphor. Best Score and Music, Metaphor. Best RPG, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor Refantasio. Best Sim/strategy game, Unicorn Overlord. Best Adaptation, Knuckles and Like a Dragon, Yakuza. So these are the nominees for all these categories. So 3, 5, 8 categories. And 3 games. So it's mostly Metaphor, a couple of nominations for Like a Dragon, and one for Unicorn Overlord. And then Knuckles and Like a Dragon Yakuza all will both get a nomination for Best Adaptation. I'm not really sure if either of them deserve this. Like a Dragon certainly doesn't, as we previously discussed. Knuckles, what are they even adapting in Knuckles? Like the script into
Wade Whipple.
the series? Okay. So, yeah. But people can vote for this, and the Game Awards will be on the 12th, I think, of December, right? Yeah, the 12th. It's a Thursday. I know. Yeah, and we'll talk about the results later. Yeah, have you guys played?
Your support.
Yeah, have you guys played Metaphor Refantasio?
I have not played the full game, but I did try out the demo at Anime Expo in LA. It's really good. It's like it plays similar to Persona 5, but I just love the medieval setting and the fantasy and the artwork, the UI is like absolutely phenomenal. And like I really need to get on that game right now and stuff because it looks so good. Like I just haven't had like a lot of time with RPG games because like I have work and everything.
That's
but
the problem.
now like exactly, right? But now like
that's the problem.
I have some time now to like try out more games and stuff. So I'm looking forward to like trying out Metaphor. I know this guy right here has.
I did too. So thoughts, Scotty?
Yeah, so Metaphor Refantasio. I got to very, very cool. Another cool opportunity that I had earlier this year was at PAX Australia. I got to stream from the Sega booth, which is really, really cool. And one of the games I played there was Metaphor Refantasio. Before I played it, I wasn't too keen for it, to be honest. I was like, it's going to be a good game, but it's not really exciting me or anything like that. And then I played it, and I was like, oh, actually quite like this. Quite like this quite a bit. And then I started the game and started streaming it from the start, and I got really hooked onto it. So I'm very, 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 very keen to continue playing on with it because I got sidetracked with Shadow Generations. But I'm looking forward to get back into it and hopefully make progress. But again, Atlas games are massive, and the only Atlas game I've ever been able to finish is Catherine because it's not 400 hours long. So hopefully my second Atlas game will be Metaphor.
Developers, yeah.
Yes, sir.
I've been playing it for the past like 3 or 4 days, and because we're gonna have a special episode about that, and so I forced myself. I scheduled the episode so I would actually sit down and play this game. Maybe you can join us then, Scott. Maybe to discuss that.
If I finish the game in time.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to finish the game because it looks like it's very long and intricate. I'm enjoying it.
Quit your job.
Probably that's the way to go. It hasn't clicked with me the way Persona 5 did yet, but I'm still in the early stages of the game. Haven't played a lot. But I find like the battle system is very interesting. Yeah, I find it very fun and varied, and you have more freedom. So I enjoy that. Not being a very massive like JRPG, turn-based RPG fan.
It's much more fast-paced. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's really appreciated. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth also did a lot of things in that department to make things more like straightforward. If you found like enemies that were underleveled, or in terms of like in comparison with you were much stronger, you could just like auto battle them and overtake them. So that was very much appreciated as well. I feel like that's the way to go for these types of games because people don't have the time, man. We're busy.
Yeah.
We're busy.
Oh yeah.
We're slaving away.
Yeah. I would mention here in terms of like the Game Awards, I'm disappointed that Infinite Wealth didn't get more nominations.
Yeah.
But Best Narrative and Best RPG are interesting ones. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's still my game of the year, my Sega game of the year at least, for 2024. Having not played Metaphor until the end, maybe that'll change then. But for now, I think Infinite Wealth is up there. Yeah, but recency bias is a thing. Infinite Wealth came out in February, if I'm not mistaken. So many people have forgotten about it, I feel. I don't know. Okay, and that's for the news. That's it for the news. We did it. Yay. High five.
Woo!
High five. High five.
Oh, wait.
The other way. Yeah, okay.
Just do like that.
Fail. Okay. Okay, so for the rest of this show, I actually added a couple of topics here to briefly cover with you guys, because the next time we'll be doing one of these shows will be after the Game Awards, and I'm guessing we'll get some more info on this, or maybe not, but hopefully during the Game Awards, because 1 year ago, almost, during last year's Game Awards, Sega announced their new era of games, right?
Oh, yeah.
However, we didn't get a lot of information this year regarding that. We got some rumors and stuff, some investor meeting information and things. Shh, we're recording. Shh. Listeners are like, what? Yeah, go watch the video version. But so my question to you guys is, why do you think we didn't get a lot of info, like anything, like to tide us over to I wasn't expecting the games to come out this year, but I was certainly expecting more in terms of news or like proper announcements of when games would be coming out, for example. I don't know. Thoughts on that, Corey?
I want to say it might have something to do with like the transmedia plan. Because I know they're trying to branch out all their other Sega IPs like they did with Sonic, like almost everywhere, like through clothing brand, new video games, TV and film adaptations. So I think like they're going around with that. And another theory I have that I've been thinking about is next year is going to be Sega's 65th anniversary. So it could be a possibility that it could be doing an event or some sort of thing to celebrate everything Sega, to like maybe showcase more of their games that are like currently in development. Maybe I'm hoping, like, fingers crossed, during the Game Awards they show like another set of like trailers and let us know like what the next plan is and stuff. And hopefully by 2025 and beyond we'll hear more about these games, because I will love to like cover them on SEGABits or on my YouTube channel and like stuff like that, because I'm very passionate about like a bunch of like Sega games and stuff that I used to grow up with, like Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, Shinobi, all those games. Like I grew up playing those games with my cousins on the Sega Genesis, and like seeing like games like Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio being revived is also like another thing like I'm really excited for. And I'm happy to see like there's fans of those series like, you know, coming out the woodwork and just hype for those new games. Like I'm just, it's so exciting for like everybody in the whole community to check out.
For sure. Do you think we're getting any of these games in 2025, Scott? Putting you on the spot right now.
I reckon we get Shinobi. We're going to get Shinobi next year, because that one seems the most complete and the most polished, in my opinion, and the most likely to be good. I feel like I feel like they announced it too early, all these games, and they wanted a big wow factor. So they're like, all right, let's just reveal everything that we're working on. People already know through leaks that there's been a Jet Set Radio and a Crazy Taxi coming. So let's just confirm it all out and let's make a big wave this year for the Game Awards. And it did. It definitely did. It got a lot of people looking towards Sega again. They're like, oh, wait, I thought these guys just made Sonic the Hedgehog. What's all this about?
Yeah.
So it definitely did good at the time. But now, like a year later, I've still had nothing. It's kind of like, maybe they should have revealed it all this year when things are a little bit closer to being completed. But yeah, I'm keen to see it. I'm interested to see how they progressed with the Golden Axe game, because in my opinion, that one doesn't look all that great. So I'm interested to see how things progress there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we got early footage of. I think for sure Shinobi was the one that looked the best. And probably, if I had to put money on it, I would bet Shinobi comes out in 2025. Yeah, for sure. But I don't know if they jumped the gun by announcing everything last year. I feel like they should have given us something this year in terms of information, like either
Yeah.
like a roadmap or something like we're expecting to release, even if they couldn't like confirm which one, we're expecting to release one game next year or two games next year, something like that. At least that to get people still interested in. I know we got a lot of other things, but that would have been nice as well, I think.
Yeah, maybe like a few social media posters of like showing their classic games, or maybe like the stuff they already revealed, so that way people can like remember and like stay relevant with like the news. Like that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So like a retrospective of Shinobi games. Right?
Yeah.
Something, the history of Streets of Rage. Leave it to the fans to do that, though, right?
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, but it would have been nice to see Sega hyping up these games in 2024. Do you think we're getting anything in during the Game Awards? Like realistically?
I reckon so. I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I reckon another very maybe quick snippet again. Who knows? Hopefully. Otherwise, the Game Awards will be another snooze fest. But I hope.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
I
agree with you, Scott.
I don't think even Sega can save the Game Awards. But yeah, I reckon like an announcement like this game's coming out next year. Something like that. Yeah, probably. So if you had to pick one as the one you're most excited about, I'm guessing Scott Shinobi. No?
Actually, no.
No? Okay.
Like, I'm keen for it, but I can tell that's going to be the best game in terms of like its visuals and polish and everything like that. Maybe Crazy Taxi. I love racing games, so I'm excited for that. I'm also very excited for Jet Set Radio. To be confirmed about Golden Axe and Streets of Rage.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah. Kori.
Am I missing one? Was there anything else?
Chris Sexy, Jet Radio, Shinobi, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage. Yeah? That's it, right?
Streets of Rage, yeah.
Am I missing anything? I think that's it.
For me, I'll say Shinobi because it does look really good, and I've been itching to play like a new entry for the longest because we haven't had a new one since the 3DS, and unfortunately, that game hasn't been ported to like PlayStation Network or Xbox Live back in the day because it was really good. It was really good. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Shinobi. Shinobi looks really nice. And the other set of games that were announced at the Game Awards, I'm not going to count like games like Virtua Fighter because like we haven't seen what that looked like yet. I want to say Jet Set Radio. Jet Set Radio is looking really like gnarly right now, especially like the redesign of Beat and like DJ Professor K, and you get to see like Shibuya and Tokyo To like in a new limelight. It's like feels like they remade everything, but like everything just looks like still vibrant.
I would say, yeah, I agree. The one I'm most excited is definitely Shinobi because it's the one that I feel like it's going to be good. Especially if we have, what is it, Game Atelier, right? No, wait, is it Game Atelier? the ones that we think are behind that.
I thought it was .emu.
.emu is the publisher, but I think it's like
Yes, I'm a silly boy. I'm a silly boy.
Am I saying the correct?
Keep talking.
Developer?
I'll find out for you.
Yeah, it is. It's Game Atelier. The ones behind. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. No,
Lizard Cube.
Lizard Cube. Yes, exactly. Game Atelier is the ones behind Monster Boy. So it's the guys behind Dragon's Trap 3 or Wonder Boy 3, the Dragon's Trap. So hence the confusion. So Lizard Cube. I believe Lizard Cube are behind Shinobi, or at least the people behind this were heavily influenced by Lizard Cube, and if so, it has all the ingredients to be a very good game. But apart from that, which I trust will be good, maybe just radio as well. I don't know. I don't know what they will do with these games. That's my main concern. Because Shinobi seems to be heading in the right direction, but the other ones, I don't know. If they
just heard it's going to be a battle royale, free to play.
Don't say that, please. Please no. Please don't. Please don't. No. Like Crazy Taxi, 1 versus 100, and like no, don't do that. Streets of Rage would be awesome if they had like the RGG guys behind it with the Yakuza battle mechanics. Would be like very simple. Use the Dragon engine or whatever they call it now, and just do that.
Well, I think those rumors, and it's like I also have it because we kind of know who's doing the Shinobi game. And I think a lot of people kind of know who's doing the Streets of Rage game as well. I think it's like an indie.
Did I miss that? Team. Oh, I didn't know that.
You might have. I believe it's the same team who did what was that 3D brawler game that had Toe Jam and L in it? Mighty.
Oh, Mighty the one Federation. With T-Lope's soundtrack as well, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
It was like a 3D, like kind of like Power Stone.
Like an indie Smash Bros.
Federation, that's what it's called?
Yes, that's the one, yeah. So they put out a job listing ages ago being like, we're working on a Sega IP. So I'm like, oh, okay. And it kind of looks similar to Streets of Rage. So I'm like, okay, you guys are probably doing that. So very, very cool that they're getting the opportunity to work on such a big IP. I'm interested to see how it turns out.
But
from the 3 seconds, apparently 3 seconds we got from it, I was like, but we'll see. When I get more of it, I'll probably be more excited.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah, apparently, these guys, Komi Games, are the ones working on an unannounced IP. Apparently, yeah. I think I missed this. Yeah, Mighty Fighting Federation is the game that they worked on. Yeah. Okay, so who knows? But again, excited about Shinobi. Concerned about the rest. Hopeful though. Right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So our predictions are there's going to be an announcement this TGA. Stay tuned.
It's me. I walk out on stage.
Exactly. Yeah, he's going to present the new trailer for the new era, new energy of Sega games. Yeah.
Exactly.
The next set.
Okay. So final topic here, guys. Before we wrap things up, I asked you guys a question because I've been hearing a lot of talks about the Digital Eclipse collections. They've put out a couple of like museum style compilations of games. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Atari 50, Tetris Forever, if you guys played them or at least saw them. And I got thinking, what would be if Digital Eclipse got the go-ahead from Sega to work on one of their IPs or several even, what would be an amazing like museum-like compilation thingy that Digital Eclipse could work on? What would you guys like
on Kori's behalf? I know what Kori's going to say, so I'm going to say it. Virtual Fighter.
Yeah. I mean, were they the same developers like behind the Street Fighter 30th collection?
Yeah, the first ones I think. Yeah,
Virtual Fighter. Virtual Fighter would be like the ultimate. I just made a video not too long ago why Virtua Fighter deserves a collection. Like, just have like near arcade ports of like all the original Virtua Fighter games into like one collection, including like the updates, if they're able to, and if they're also able to add like spin-offs like Virtua Fighter Kids, Fighters Mega Mix, or even add like Fighting
Virtual
Vipers and
Quest.
Sonic Fighters. Virtual.
I'm the only one who remembers that.
Oh yeah, like what was another one? Virtual Fighter animation for like the Game Gear and Master System
Oh, yeah.
be like a thing they can add as well. But I think for me, what I really would like to see in the Virtual Fighter collection is like you mentioned before, like a museum like style to it where it shows off like all the like behind the scenes like artwork of like the concept of Virtual Fighter, where how you see like these characters were like made into like final designs. Maybe have like interviews with people who worked on the series over the years, like Yu Suzuki, Daichi Katagiri, Takanobu Mitsuyoshi, voice of Kori-Maru, Namu. Like I would like to see that because I'm like I've watched one of those fighting game roundtables that Bandai Namco did with like they like gathered like a bunch of like publishers like Capcom, Sega, and their own company, and they'll talk about like different topics about fighting games. And Seiji Aoki showed off like this huge like art pieces from Katsuya Terada, who did the designs for like the earlier Virtua Fighter games. And he said like sometimes Sega will move to different offices and they'll lose like a bunch of assets as they're like
Mm.
transitioning to different buildings and stuff. So I think like it's very important to like preserve like some of their old works as history because like you know people like stuff like that. Um, like if you guys haven't seen like my interview with Akihito Horiyoshi and Yumiko Miyabe, we went to Japan and interviewed them about like how they're like you know how it was like working at Sega at the time, and they showed off like concept art of like their old games like Arabian Fight, Virtual Cop, and Space Channel 5, and like just looking at the artwork, it's it's perfection. It's absolutely gorgeous looking, and I'm just sitting here like you don't see this anywhere else. Maybe you might see it in their like you know Twitter or whatever, but like you don't see it anywhere else.
You see it
Like
for
ever.
Sonic a lot, and when we
Yeah,
used to
for
have
Sonic.
Sega Forever, you used to
Yeah.
see that, but now that's like, yeah, salute.
Oh,
Yeah, talk about big
yeah.
mistakes.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you don't see it often. Like it's like a bit of a Japanese thing, right? They're not very keen on sharing, and I feel like this is one of the reasons why I thought of this because I feel like we should force somehow Sega to preserve their history and share their history.
Yeah.
Nintendo just created like a museum in Japan, and it's nothing like a museum at all. It's just like they have like giant controllers and stuff, and they don't share the history of the people who work on the games and like
Yeah.
all those cool things that fans want to know. They don't do that. Do that. So Sega should go in a different way and like use one of these publisher or developers who do such a good job like Digital Eclipse and use that way of preserving and sharing their history and also make more money with it. Why not?
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Okay. So Virtua Fighter is a good shot. Scott, what do you think?
I think a good little collection would be we've got a physical one. You can see one behind me and you can see one behind Casey as well. But I think they should do a little collection for this thing right there. Which, if you are listening to the podcast, I am pointing to the Astro City Mini.
Yes.
Like a collection of all their early arcade games, some interviews, some design documents thrown in as well. Because this thing is very expensive and it's starting to. You can
Yeah.
barely buy it now outside of like limited run games because they've got a few left.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I feel like that would make the most sense for this style of compilation, I reckon.
So, by the way, for people not watching, so listening, we're showing the trailers of Atari 50 and Tetris Forever as examples of what Digital Eclipse have been doing with these compilations. It's not just the games that are available to play. You get in interviews. You get they're like more like interactive documentaries, if you will.
Yeah.
You can play the games while you learn about them and stuff. So that's what I feel like they should do. Yeah. So Astro City Mini and the V as well, which I have right here, and I haven't opened
Damn, this
it.
is one you prepared earlier.
Yeah.
I bought it. I bought it a few months ago, and I haven't even unboxed it. That's how busy
man,
I've
Fake
been.
fan. Fake
I
fan.
got the Astro City Mini and my arcade stick right behind this computer.
Okay.
It's like I
Yeah.
actually might like play some after this podcast is over.
We've always got it in arm's reach.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. My idea, my pitch for a Digital Eclipse, Sega themed Digital Eclipse collection, compilation, whatever, is, and I always somehow gravitate towards Shenmue, but it's not Shenmue. It's a Yu Suzuki collection of like everything that
yeah.
Yu Suzuki has worked on. Could you imagine that? Like all the classic arcade games. So it would be a little bit of what both of you guys said. It would have like Virtua Fighter.
yeah.
It would have like some of the Astro City games. So the history of Yu Suzuki, the collected works.
Yes.
Wasn't that
that'd be
the one the
On the
game on the Dreamcast? Yeah. So
Yep.
make it what did they call the book? Mega Drive Collected Works. Oh, it's the Ultimate Works
Yes.
now. So make it
Yes.
the Yu Suzuki Ultimate Works, including behind the scenes stuff in the making of Shenmue, Outrun, Hang On, Virtua Fighter, all those classic games.
Shenmue Online?
Shenmue Online.
Shenmue Online,
yeah. Let you play little bits of like the games. Like they do not play the whole game, but like little bits of like the first disc of Shenmue or something, or a QTE section or whatever, something like that. I know it's impossible. I don't think it's difficult. It's nearly impossible, but I think it would be amazing. I'm hard pressed to think of a company that could do with the Digital Eclipse model more than Sega could. Maybe Nintendo is another one, but I feel like the variety and the history of Sega games lends itself so well to this type of documentary game that it's a mistake if they never do this. Even if they don't hire Digital Eclipse to do it, just do it in-house, whatever. Do something like this. And hopefully that's what we're getting with all these classic games that are being delisted. See what I did there?
Yeah.
So
Bringing it back.
exactly.
Bringing it back.
Yeah. So that's it. So I want to hear from the listeners and viewers as well. What do you guys think? What Digital Eclipse style collection would you guys like to see? I'm sure there are people with a lot of great answers to this, even better answers than ours. So do share them with us.
I want the Conduit collection. Conduit 1 and 2.
Oh, that's a classic.
Very good. Yeah, and you can play the whole game, the both of the games. Yeah,
and it comes with the Conduit statue, which I have right here.
Let me. Oh no, not this. This one.
Oh,
Wrong
right
angle.
here.
Okay.
We've got right above Duck Kiryu Kazuma. We've got a little Conduit statue.
Nice.
Nice. This is all about the merch and the music and everything. Yeah.
Not the games.
Not the games.
We don't care about the games.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of music, the Burning Rangers 30th anniversary album is out now in Japan, along with the Sega Rally.
Yes.
Takanobu Mitsuyoshi, he has his own podcast on YouTube called Sega Sound Street, and he'll talk about like stuff that he does at Sega and other things, and he'll interact with the fans. Speaks good English, by the way. He's awesome. So they've been promoting the soundtrack and stuff, and Nyato Shima has like encouraged people to buy the album as if like they want to see the return of Burning Rangers, and I think everyone should do it because Burning Rangers is so good. Like,
I still
We,
never
we
played
actually
it.
talked about this last week, the Saturn 30th anniversary episode. We
Ooh,
talked
nice,
about
nice.
Burning Rangers as a good one to be remastered, remade, re-released, even. So
Yeah.
And by the way, if you're curious about Sega Sun Street, I'll leave a link
There he is.
in the
There
description.
go.
That's my,
MC Takenobu Mitsuyoshi. Take
that's my
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
I was within arm's
Shouts
reach
out.
of him when I went to Japan in 2019. It was crazy.
Nice.
I was like, I can't touch you. I won't.
He's awesome in person.
Mm,
He's so awesome.
excellent. So yeah. So guys, I think that's it. We're gonna wrap things up. We got this to be around a 90-minute discussion, which is unheard of. So thank you very much for helping me out with this. Yeah. No, thank you for coming. I want to remind people that if you want to support the show, you can do so. If you want to help us with the operational costs of the show, the SegaLounge.com/support, you can grab some really nice 10th anniversary merch or whatever, or just buy me a coffee because I'm a caffeine addict.
Shadow the Hedgehog. Get some
And
things in there.
and so if you want to do that, thank you very much. However, we'll be back with more the Sega Lounge soon. I don't want to go without giving you guys a chance to plug your projects, though. So let's start with you, Corey. Where can people find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Kori-Maru. You can find my YouTube channel at Kori-Maru Gaming, and I have Instagram and TikTok at Patrick_Kori-Maru. And for Twitch, sometimes I'll stream on Twitch. Sometimes if you guys want to see me play like a random Sega game or a different game, I'm also on there as well at Kori-Maru. And also visit SEGABits because we cover almost every Sega news.
Excellent. That's a nice plug. Do that. Okay. DrScottnik, the good doctor.
That's me. As opposed to the bad one. You can find me on everything: Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, MySpace. Not MySpace. DrScottnik
I
on
love
all
that.
those. On Instagram, I've been posting quite a lot on there. So if you've got Instagram, go follow me there. And also I'll be having a lot of content relating to Sonic the Hedgehog 3 coming out. We're going to have a review on my channel. We're going to have a kind of like a vlog about the Perth premiere. And of course, we're going to have the grand video of seeing how many times I can go see Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in all forms: 4DX, 3D, regular, gold class. It's going to be awesome. And then next year, I'm planning on releasing a bunch of documentaries that I had made in the past, which never saw the light of day, which I'm finally getting to release. So we're going to hear about Sega in Australia, Sega in Brazil. We're going to see some cool videos about people's memories and thoughts on the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. So next year, it's going to be a busy year for me.
Excellent. Really excited about those. Really excited.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. As for myself, again, the Sega Lounge everywhere. Except for Blue Sky, because it's thesegaLounge.com. But other than that, go find me there. Let me know if you have thoughts on like that Digital Eclipse themed Sega themed Digital Eclipse collection, rather. If you have thoughts on how many times DrScottnik will be able to watch the movie without like throwing up or something due to the high speeds on screen. Any thoughts on that? Let us know. Thank you very much for watching or listening. The Sega Lounge will return next week with a new show. Who knows what's going to happen? I do, but I'm not telling yet. Shh. Be sure to come back then. Corey, Scott, thank you very much for joining me. See you guys next
you for
time.
having us.
Bye-bye.
The Sega Lounge, hosted by me, KC, and part of Radio Sega's network of live shows and podcasts. Theme song and incidental music by OSC. Got any suggestions? Drop me an email to podcast@thesegalounge.com. Find us at The Sega Lounge on X, Twitter, and Instagram, at thesegalounge.com on Blue Sky, and be sure to check out our Twitch and YouTube channel for live video content. You can find previous episodes of the show by going to thesegalounge.com, on the Terra Player app, and wherever you listen to podcasts. A Mixed On Productions podcast.